Welcome back, everybody, to Season 4, Episode 50 of the Amateur Hour Podcast. Today, we've had the pleasure to sit down with Ronny Morales. You might recognize him from his many viral TikTok videos, or even as a familiar face on your local news network.
From content creation to radio host to a near-fatal accident that changed everything, today Ronny shares his story and gives us insight on how addiction altered his life forever. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hi, Ronny.
Hello.
Hello.
We finally have you on. We've been trying to schedule something for a while, and it's nice to finally be here. You're live in the flesh.
Live in the flesh with some shades on.
Yeah.
I do just want to say I'm not trying to be a bitch. I just can't see. But I'm living for the look, so it goes. So I'm really excited. Yeah, thank you guys for having me on. This is so fucking badass. Like, I love your setup. And I feel comfortable, so we're good.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure on my end because you're also a fellow podcaster, so I'm just like trying to impress you at the same time, you know? So
My podcast on a phone, but no, y'all got this shit on lock. It's so cool.
So let me start by asking you, Ronny, how are you doing today? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Lately, I've been really good. I've been working, trying to put out more content, and honestly, just trying to like live in this crazy world that's overly priced, and
It's
not so easy.
so bad.
Dude, on our way over here, I picked up the pizzas, Little Caesars, $14 for both of them. I'm like,
hell no.
when did the world not become fun? You know?
Exactly.
I don't know, man. That's outrageous. It just seems like we talked about it last week. Like the electricity is going up, like so much. I'm spending almost $11 a day in my apartment.
Everything is going up minus my wage. Literally.
So real.
Literally.
But what do you do for work now, Ronny?
So now I do comms for a tech company. So I work from home and I do like flyers and training videos and like all the stuff that I like to do.
Yeah.
And on the side, to make my life fun, I do create videos on TikTok surrounding like the shit I used to do when I used to pop pills for years. And it seems to be going well. So
Really
if
well,
they like
actually.
it, I like it too.
Yeah.
Hell
And
yeah.
we'll get more in depth as the interview goes. But Matt also has a TikTok. The only difference is that he gets like 5 people watching him at a time.
Come through.
Whilst you get like 20 times that. So congratulations on that.
I have had several TikToks go viral. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, it's a very low
More
bar.
than Angel. Ask Angel how many viral TikToks he has.
I have like 2, but to be fair, one of them is like a shy away from 1 million. So I think we're pretty good numbers, you know. But you do have more followers.
All bots.
Oh yes.
I'm
yes.
just kidding. He botted.
I was in the negatives for a month because of that video.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Because it was all botted.
Real quick on working from home. How is that?
I love it. At first, it was something to get used to because, especially because I went to work from home during the pandemic, so like I had to like figure out how to work in a Mexican household full of kids and like loud parents and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
So it was a really not easy. And then I was working in an office with so many people, and then I went working from home. So I would spend every single day in my house, and it was kind of challenging.
It gets taxing. Just being home all day is weird, especially after like during the pandemic was one thing, but doing it after when you don't have to anymore, it's a little strange.
It took me 2 years to get out of the pandemic. But going back to working from home, how did you distinguish like your bedroom being your workplace and your bedroom? Is that kind of challenging?
Yeah, I was annoying as hell. Like, especially like the first 2 years because I lived with my mom. So I literally would work and there was my bed. So like it just became like a room full of anxiety the entire time. But now I live on my own with my husband.
Hey, shout
Yeah,
out, shout
that's
out.
right. If you didn't know, I'm gay and proud. I'm sure you surprised. I would be. But no, now I like have my office space in a different room, so at least like I feel like I'm going.
That's why I don't like working out at home. Like working out at home, I can't because like I'm just gonna not do it.
Yeah. For sure.
I don't like working out to begin with.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like working out to begin with, but I can't do it at home. If I'm out in public, at least, you know. So that's why I was asking, because working from home, like I always say I want to do it, but I don't think I actually want to do it.
I think, and props to you because I think it takes a certain amount of discipline to like actually do it. It would drive me insane. Even during like quarantine, I was going mental just being at home all the time.
I was thriving during quarantine. I'm not gonna lie.
Were you?
I was thriving. That was when my Twitch was at its highest.
Oh, because you were just
Yeah,
home.
we were
though.
thriving.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
Now
yeah.
it's like, ugh, now I don't want to be here.
It's a little dark.
Yeah,
but glad you're here.
it's lonely. No, just
Right?
kidding.
No, yeah, but let's go ahead and take it back. For those of you watching that don't know this, Matt, you and Ronnie actually went to the same high school.
Yeah, we did.
So
We
me,
did.
me being an outsider, why don't you guys inform me on how that was?
Well, that's what I was gonna ask you. Or that's what I was gonna mention is that I knew of Ronnie. I don't think Ronnie knew of me very much. And if you did, it was towards the latter part of high school through mutual friends and stuff. Shout out to Eugene, who's over there. Other than that, like I said, I've seen you, and I'm sure in passing, like you run into everybody. But
Get
yeah,
to know people's back of the heads.
yeah, the side of their face or something. So there was always something there. I was an NPC in your story, and
Oh,
you were
okay.
an NPC in my story. You
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Still am, right?
No, because now we have a mutual.
Yeah, and then you're here now, if anything. You're more of a star right now than Matt has ever been.
That's cool.
It's been a minute since we've been in school, though.
For sure.
We were talking about it again last week. He made a joke, and
What was your joke?
that it had been 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
30 years.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
What
saying.
you trying to say?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, see, I can't make these jokes right now because I'm just pinned against the wall.
Yeah, he's surrounded by everyone right now. Eugene's waiting for him in the parking lot right now. That's why I brought him. No, but it's been about 12 years for me.
Yeah.
So you were a grade above, right? So it's what, 13?
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah. Do you miss it at all?
I do miss,
The camaraderie, right?
yes, and like, it was just fun because I didn't take life seriously at all. And it was before, like, I still got to be a kid in a sense because, like, I would just go to school, fuck around,
Yeah.
and like not pay attention and
Yep.
just talk shit. And then I was on the school announcements, so like
Oh,
I was,
you were?
I was extra as
Yo.
fuck.
Yeah.
I had just came out of the closet. I was like, yes, welcome to the announcements, and it was fun. It was one of my favorite moments.
I had a computer lab around that time, so I really wasn't paying attention. I was playing Halo.
Okay.
But I remember
You
the
bring
school
in the
announcements.
disc
Yep.
and
No, they
or
had it
on the emulator.
Yeah.
Online.
with the whole class.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that.
Damn.
But speaking of that, do you have any favorable moments from high school? Anything that you kind of like look fondly back on?
I do. I think being with she used to be my best friend, who was
Right.
once my girlfriend. I
Right.
loved hanging out with her. I think it was just fun. Like, even with Eugene, like, we would like just go make videos
Yeah.
and just like, it was just so fun. Like, I feel like I didn't have any responsibilities. So those are my favorable moments. Just having the camera out and just shooting the shit and just fucking
Just
around.
riding around town. That's what
Yeah.
we used to do too. We
That was
had
fun.
I remember when planking.
Oh shit. Okay.
When planking was going on, we were out there. I was a
You were
professional
planking?
planker. I was a professional.
What's your most
Oh.
successful plank?
I planked on top of the U.S. Airways Center.
Ah.
Yeah, I climbed up. We were able to go. There's a garage behind, and we got up there, and I got on that. I got on that bitch. I'm telling you, professional.
That's
How long?
intense.
Like
okay.
like 25 seconds.
25 seconds.
Yeah.
That's enough. That's enough for the video.
Yeah,
That's enough.
Enough for the.
Did
flick.
you
There
plank?
wasn't videos back then.
I never got to plank, unfortunately.
Let's bring
Me
it back.
neither.
It's the safest trend to bring back right now.
I was too round to plank. I'd more just roll.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
That makes sense.
Yeah. In any direction. A gush of wind would send me somewhere.
No, that's horrible. Okay, so piggybacking on the memorable moments, do you have any like unfavorable moments from high school? Any bad experiences, things like that? At Alhambra specifically because we
Yeah.
share that. There's a few that I have that are like interesting, but like I don't know if where you were at when they were happening to me type shit. You know?
I think I think losing what's that shit in prom that you get nominated for it but you don't win, the prom king?
Yeah,
I
prom
lost
king.
prom king. I was
Like,
upset.
like royalty?
Yeah, like I lost that shit. I'm like, fuck
Who,
y'all.
who won? Who won for you guys?
Who the fuck won, Eugene?
Who won? Fact check that shit. Make some calls. Eugene, make some calls. Make some calls.
Yeah.
We're gonna figure it
What
out.
about you though? What was your like moments?
I think my favorite moment like was literally the same thing. I was always in trouble.
Prom king?
Yeah, losing pumpkin. No, I was always in trouble in high school, so I was always grounded in high school because I was fucking up. So school became extracurricular time for me. So just being at school, fucking around, like you said, doing all the same stuff. Sports probably would be the one thing I missed the most, but that was just because it's sports. But I just remember we had that riot our freshman year.
Yeah, I do remember.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
We can get another point of view.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if you were like,
Okay.
yeah, were you? Where were you when that?
I think I
happened?
was too scared.
Where were you? Where were you though? Did you witness it? Like, did you witness it? Because it was. I'm not. You guys think you think I'm joking, bro?
Was it when y'all fucking left and shit?
I think you played it up for. I thought you played it up for the camera.
No, it was crazy. No, it was my freshman year, so it was 09.
Right.
And it was during fourth lunch. And that's when I don't know what happened. Some type of I do know what happened. A fight broke out, and then a security guard tried to stop the fight, and then the friends of the fight started kicking the security guard. Then the security guard, his name was Ray. Do you remember him? He was like kind of real big. He always wore sunglasses, slick back hair. He was kind of like just super. I don't know. His name was Ray. He got up and he started punching kids.
Holy shit.
So he started punching kids, and then more kids started punching him, and then other security guards were tackling people. It just became this whole mess of it was a riot, on a small scale. And I just wanted to know if you were there.
Actually, I was not. I was out there.
Okay. I wanted to get a different point of view.
Well, at least you got the validity of like
It happened.
Yeah, Alhambra was intense for sure.
It was, but it wasn't as bad as everyone makes it out to be.
True.
Everyone I talk to, they're like, Alhambra is so ghetto, and I'm like, yeah, sure. Like,
It used to be.
sure, but like maybe just because we were in it. But like Maryville was infinitely worse. Trevor Brown was infinitely worse. South Mountain was infinitely worse. So like, how ghetto could we be if we're not even top 5? You know what I'm saying? Like, we were at least the 7th worst school, maybe. We didn't have that many criminals. I'm still sticking by that, so I don't know. But like I said, we do share the high school thing. We weren't really. I can't remember the first time I actually met you. I think it was my junior year, so your senior year, and it was through Renee and Eugene. I think it was at a party.
Damn.
Renee had a birthday party or some shit. Or some type of party Renee was throwing.
Were we drunk?
You guys probably were. I didn't drink at the time.
Okay.
I was captain,
yeah.
no alcohol. That was the DD.
Those were really good times, man.
No, they were.
Here, Ronnie, let me go ahead and ask you. Let me start off with the personal questions, just real quick. What's your favorite song at the moment?
My favorite song at the moment
Yes.
is that Camila Cabello song with the City Girls. Hey, get it poppin'.
That's the one with Drake?
Yeah.
Right?
No, the one.
No. That's the other one.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
I like that one too, but the one with the City Girls just do something to me.
Yeah. What is your all-time favorite artist?
Sierra.
Hey, interesting.
That's my bitch.
Yeah,
Just met her in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Hey.
You did.
I did. After 20 years of obsessing over her,
Face
I
to
finally met
face?
her. Yeah, face to face.
How did that go?
Amazing. I didn't say what I wanted to, and it
Of
was very
course.
quick, and they did not let me hold my phone because I wanted to go in and be like, "Hey, girl."
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, "No, we need to hold your phone." I'm like, "Okay." Well,
And then
okay.
don't they usually charge you if you want a picture or a video or something like that?
Well, I did pay the meet and greet.
Oh.
I
Okay,
did.
that's what I was
sure
going to ask. What
did.
was it for? Was it for a concert or was
Yeah.
it for
Just at a restaurant.
I know, it was just on the street. It was just on the street. You were just your
Oh, that's
circles
true.
and their
At
circles.
Context. I did go to our concert, and then I paid for meet and greets. So yeah.
That's tight. I want to pay for the Chris Brown ones and have him hold me. I want him to hold me.
Same.
Would he do that for guys? I have only ever seen girls do that.
I saw him do the Dragon Ball one, the one where they do this.
Uh-huh.
He did that with somebody, with the guy.
That's not the same though.
I mean, that's all you're probably gonna get from Chris Brown.
No,
as a guy.
I want the booty jiggle from on my hand.
no, yeah. Ask him. I don't know.
All right, Ronnie. Would you be okay if I asked you 5 questions about your favorite celebrity?
My favorite what?
Your favorite celebrity?
Yeah.
Yeah, being Sierra.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, let me go ahead and hit you with the first question, okay? What is your all-time favorite Sierra song and why?
Sierra Promise, because I love just the slow, like heartfelt lyrics, but then I love how she still makes it sexy, like bam.
Promise is probably my top Sierra song.
Yeah.
That one's like baby making music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like
Aren't most Sierra songs like that though?
I mean, yeah, sure, but that one gets me. Like, I'll get myself pregnant.
Yeah. Same.
Or like, I want to get pregnant during that song. That song's I'm getting pregnant. So you better watch out. I'm like a seahorse, baby.
Whenever that song plays somewhere
That
in the
song
world,
changes the molecular structure of my DNA, bro. I'm
All right,
just saying.
Ronnie. Second question: if you could be in a Sierra music video, which one would it be?
Oh, it would probably have to be Get Up with Chameleonaire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Third question: if you can get Sierra to collaborate with somebody, who would it be?
Oh my God. I would love her to collaborate. Oh my God, it's a good question. Oh my God. You know what's so funny? I'm not really good at knowing anybody but Sierra. So let me see. I think I would love her to do something with maybe like Jazzy Faye again, her old producer, because that's when like she was doing that crunk and B shit. So I'd actually like her to start collaborating with
Jazzy
Faye.
Jazzy Fizzle.
Well, Ronnie, just to let you know that these were the same questions that you answered on a collab video that you did about 12 years ago. I thought you were going to catch on.
Oh my God.
Got your ass.
Fucking lying asshole. I think I know what you're talking about. And I bet y'all was laughing while y'all was watching that video too.
Nah.
It's
We respect it. We respect the grind.
no, it's entertaining. It's
Because
entertaining.
the last person that interviewed me said they was fucking weak watching that video. Okay, but I know which one you're talking about.
So that just brings me to the point, and you mentioned it earlier, running around with the camera and uploading everything to YouTube. Me, myself, I have been making videos, not really distributing them, but making them as a very young age. So I just wanted to ask why. Because you did skits, you did vlogs, you did like parody commercials and all that, and I'm very interested because at the time that you were uploading this, being like a YouTuber and uploading things to the site wasn't really the cool thing to do. Like nowadays, it's
It was
more
very niche, but everyone does it nowadays.
Yeah, so
But,
so true.
So
yeah.
is there any meaning behind you just sharing yourself to the online world at that young age?
I think a big part of it was because it was my way to like be able to be myself. And it's ironic because obviously there was people watching and shit like that. But also like before cameras and shit, I would like draw cartoons and like voice them myself in my room.
Yeah.
So it just got to be
Like
a
a
thing
voice
where
actor?
yeah. I used to do shit like that all the time.
Just make them talk.
Yeah, like fuck you, bitch. Like playing with dolls and everything.
Yeah.
So.
Did you have any like favorite YouTubers? Anyone that was inspiring you at the time? Because at that
Yes.
time, YouTube was weird. It was such a weird time in YouTube.
That is a good question. I think the ones that I can remember, I did love Shane Dawson. Who else? There were so many. It was a totally different era, but definitely Shane Dawson stands out because he would put on a wig, and the character was called Shanae.
Shanae.
That shit was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
And it was very, very dark humor.
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit wouldn't slide nowadays, but
No, I miss it.
I love it. Yeah.
Was Jenna Marbles in the mix? I used to love
Jenna
me
Marbles,
with some
that
Jenna
bitch was
Marbles.
funny.
Oh my God, Ryan Higa. Those were my YouTube heroes. Jesus Christ.
Jenna Marbles.
Yeah.
I love that bitch.
You have any early?
Back then? Fuck, man. I don't know. Renee. Our friend Renee. You remember when Renee was... we were helping Renee do his YouTube channel.
Yeah, I remember Renee. Me and him.
He liked to do eating challenges.
Oh my God.
So we actually did a video. He scrubbed it from fucking YouTube, but we did a 4-pound burger challenge.
What?
That Renee... I can't explain to you. That man has like 5 stomachs. He literally... He ate chili fries before the burger. Like he ordered a thing of chili fries, ate that, ate all of the 4-pound burger, and then had ice cream after that.
Oh my God.
I couldn't even finish the burger. It was so gross. It was so bad.
Yeah, that motherfucker could eat.
Yeah. So
Could you eat?
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
Yes. I love food I could eat a lot. So don't let the one pizza that I took fool you. I could eat a shit ton.
Hey,
which is a problem.
What's the biggest quantity of food that you've ever inhaled?
like, have you ever done a challenge like that before?
Oh no, I've never done a challenge like that.
Yeah.
I think it's just become a norm for me. Like,
Like, I don't need anybody to challenge me.
It is a challenge every time. So, Ronnie, did you have a favorite YouTube channel? Because again, on doing my research, I found you on multiple ones. You know.
Oh God.
Including your the first
oh my God,
one.
y'all really did research. That's embarrassing for me.
Ronnie Mo, your self-titled Ronny Morales,
I'm so dead.
and then the other one under the name of the Lily and Ronnie Show.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
one was fun.
So if you can just give me some context behind each creation of the channels and
The Lily and Ronnie Show was me and my girlfriend. Once was my girlfriend, then best friend, and we just like just filmed all our high school shit, and we just were so full of ourselves. So we would just talk to the camera
Yeah.
and upload it, which was funny because, you know, in high school, people actually watched it. Like, I remember these girls came up to us with pictures of me in their little lanyard for high school.
That happens to us.
Yeah? That's
Yeah.
so cute.
Yeah. I have
Girls come up to you with pictures on their lanyards.
Maybe not that specific.
Oh.
All my friends have photos of us in their wallets, actually.
Really?
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
cute.
Eugene has like 2.
Eugene, you have a picture of me in your wallet? That is so cute.
That is cute.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me.
Yeah. Angel's gotten recognized in public, actually.
Nice. How do you feel when that happens?
Well, to be fair, it was really weird. Shout out to Edgar, because I was working. so I was at work and I was stocking up. I had a coworker with me. And I was just talking. We were just shooting this shit, stocking up some chips and everything. And then like you go down the aisles because we used to work in retail. Mm-hmm. So as I'm going down the aisle, I bump into this guy and he is just darting me, man. He's just like. You know, like when you see something you recognize and you're just like, but I didn't know that. So I just turn the corner and I see this guy he follows me, right? And I'm just like, okay, does he need help? But I didn't want to go. I was like, this fucking dickhead, you know? Mm-hmm. Again, what did I know? And then I think they end up going into the aisle again and we make eye contact again. And I think at this point, I ask him if he needs any help because he's looking at me again.
And you have to, technically.
Yes, and we have to part of my job. And he asks me, is that 30 minutes of the amateur hour? Because that's our little shtick. Like, I'm 30 minutes, he's half an hour to make up the whole amateur
love
hour.
that.
And that's, bro, my jaw dropped because at this time, we were just audio, right?
No, I think we were just dabbling into the video aspect of it.
No. We were just audio because he told me that he recognized me by my voice. It wasn't,
Oh.
So I got recognized by the voice. And
That's dope.
it is the weirdest thing ever. And it does happen a little bit at my current job too, because some of our reels and everything flood
our mutuals and like local people.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I've had 2 instances where people that I used to go to high school, like I see them in the drive-thru or I see them ordering something and then they're like, hey, I've checked out your podcast. And then that's when everybody turns their heads and they're like, you have a what now? And it's just like, I love it, but it's so embarrassing.
It's just jarring.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you say?
I'm like, well, yeah, I do. And then it's just like this. I just get like excited and I start talking about it, you know?
I have this funny, when we worked together, because that's how we met. We were working at the same place. Even outside of work. It started in work, but outside of work, I have this funny thing where, like, let's just say we're at a party and he's talking to somebody just, you know, that's in his vicinity. I'll walk by random and go, hey, you're that guy from that podcast. And then I'll tell the person, I'll be like, hey, he has a podcast. You should check it out. And I'll walk away.
Hey, that's good.
But then Matt finishes making his lap and then he comes back and then that person is like, hey, you're on the podcast too.
I'm like, yeah.
I like that.
I forgot about that.
That's
So
good.
Yeah.
But okay, so have you ever done like, because you are, I would categorize you as someone that is TikTok famous,
Yeah.
more or less, right? I mean,
Or
you're
just
well known.
well versed.
You've seen me on a TV here and
I
there
have.
for
That's
sure.
what I'm saying, right? So have you had that happen?
I have a few times,
Right.
And like the first few times, I felt like, what the fuck do I say? So now I tell myself the next time someone says something to you about like whatever they saw, you just say thank you, and like say you want to take a picture or something, because usually so my videos usually hit like the people that have gone through substance use, so that's a very, very specific community.
Yes.
So it's easier for me.
You ever
to
offer them?
Huh? Maybe in my next business venture.
He's like, that's a side business that I'd rather not talk about.
That's a side business. Yeah, that's right. But no, I usually offer them a good time, but not that way.
Not that way.
But
Just
yeah,
with
it's
a picture.
awkward.
And, yeah.
It's awkward because like I don't know. That's why I asked you like, what do you say? Because
Yeah.
sometimes it's like, what the fuck, for real? And I just get in my head. But yeah, it happens a few times here and there.
Yeah, because the first couple of times it's just because I don't know about you, but for me, I always dreamed of those experiences happening, and now that they are, it's a mixture of like my dreams are coming true, but now what the fuck do I say? You know?
Plus, Angel's just like aggressive regularly. So like if someone's looking at him, his first thought is not like me. Like if you look at me, I'm big headed enough to be like, do they recognize me from somewhere? Angel's the type that's like, what the fuck are they looking at? Like, you know, like
that is very true. Like,
so it's very different interaction.
That is very
He's
true.
just aggressive.
I'm a nice guy, but like on the outside, yes, that is my.
Well, that's a good combo y'all got there.
A little bit.
It's an interesting dynamic.
I hate him.
But this going on to my next question, Ronnie, about being recognized and everything. I mean, you are well versed in things that aren't just TikTok and things like that. So tell me about working for 101.5.
That was
Please.
fun. I was an intern there, so I didn't actually get to work there, but it was cute. It was like my first, because I really wanted to be in radio.
Yeah.
So I had to go through it through college. So I was able to do that there. So I got to be on air a few times, but it was mainly promotions. And then from there, I went to Power 98.3. Mm-hmm. They didn't hire my ass either.
You're an intern there as well?
Yeah, I was an intern there as well.
So what do you do as an intern at the radio shows?
You can literally do whatever you want. Like, I mean, primarily you're doing the 10 and the music at events, which is super cool because you get to meet a lot of people and sometimes meet artists.
Are those the type of people that would show up to like Alhambra and like do like the music and shit?
Yeah.
Okay. For sure.
Those type of people.
Yeah.
So then I finally got hired at Univision Radio.
Okay.
And I didn't know Spanish.
Univision?
Yeah. I couldn't speak Spanish, but that's where I learned basically.
The reason I asked specifically for 101.5 because music has always had a chokehold in my life entirely. And there was my middle school years, as you guys discussed in high school, you were constantly in trouble. I was too. I was constantly in fights and getting into... If there was trouble, Angel was there. So I lacked...
His middle name is Trouble.
Yes. I lacked a cell phone. I lacked television or anything. My only outlet for like 2 years was a tiny little radio that I found in my dad's garage. And so I plugged that in and 101.5 became my life.
Yeah.
And I was very fond of that thing. Like I have such core memories with that. So I just wanted to know a little bit more about the insides and more specifically about Lady Lie, if you ever got to meet her, because oh my God, I was in love.
Me too.
Were you really?
Dude.
Is she as beautiful as she sounds?
She is beautiful as she sounds.
I don't know what she looks like.
She looks really good in person.
Yeah.
And I was so annoying because I was the intern that was obsessed with her. So like every time she'd walk, oh my God, Lady Law's come in. Oh my God. Like, and like.
People are probably like, what the fuck, man? Get together.
But yeah, she looks so good too. She just looked awesome. But she was like.
Did you actually get to interact with her though?
Yeah, here and there. It wasn't a lot. Took a couple pictures with her, talked to her a little bit, but nothing crazy.
So what did your day-to-day look at these places? Because I'm just very interested in the whole
process of it.
Yeah, so I would just go in and then they'd give us a schedule. Like they'd be like, okay, so today you're going to go to like this concert. You're going to set up, give away prizes, put on some music. And then Lady Law might come through for 2 hours. And and that's it.
All. I only need 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's it. I just need to get in that phone number, girl.
That's all I need.
We good. Shit. No, but it was super fun. Like the radio was my real first love because it was a work environment that people like looked at me and like said it makes sense,
right?
Because in other workplaces at that time it was still kind of like a little kind of too much if you're like, you know, gay. So in radio it translated a little better. It's like, oh, you know, he's somewhat entertaining, you put him out in the street and do shit. So
what was your favorite part about that whole experience?
My favorite part was like, I think just going and seeing like all the equipment. That's why I'm even here right now. I just love, I just love the equipment.
Yeah.
Like, it's so sick.
Shout out to Luis.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all.
He said that.
Y'all got some sick ass equipment.
Thank you. We work really hard to keep the quality up to par.
Yeah.
And quality. Everything. No, but it was at a very young age because radio was my only media and stuff. I just dreamed about what it would be like going in. I envisioned like glass doors, you know, you opening them and then this giant just like computer things there and stuff. And then just the best microphones and, you know, Am I getting that picture?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was me. Literally every time I got to go into the studio, I felt like I made it. And like, it was so crazy because, you know, I was doing promotions. I was an intern.
Yeah.
And I was just so close to the microphone, so close to the soundboard, but I couldn't touch it. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, damn, like it gave me that taste of like being somewhere that I'm super interested to be a part of, but I still got to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was super fun.
Did you ever go live on their things, or was it only you just going like on the street and things like that?
They'd put me live for like 30 seconds. Like, you know, like how they, like they have the morning show and they have like 4 people and then they'll like bring an intern in and ask me a stupid question. I'm like, yeah, okay, you're bye.
Thanks.
Thank you. That was so fun.
Talk to me about the Ronny report.
The Ronny report?
Yeah.
Which one? I did like 20 of those. I think.
Did you?
Ronny report. I don't know. Was I using drugs then? I don't know. I did a few. Okay. One I did for Univision, which that was my favorite. But then I tried doing some like while I was in school and on my own. I couldn't tell you. The drugs fucked me up.
It was just a blurry time.
And one thing about me also, it's a trend, a pattern that I do. I like to start shit and never finish them.
On the contrast of your favorite moments, can you go ahead and share me maybe some unpleasant moments about your whole radio work and the things behind it? Maybe tell the things we don't know, spill some tea.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, I'm ready.
It is not as glamorous as it looks like.
Don't tell me that, Brody.
I mean, for real, dude. Like, I thought that once I was in radio, like I was immediately gonna be a star. Everyone was gonna love me. Everyone was gonna be nice. Absolutely not. They got divas left and motherfucking right.
Oh my God, I can only
Lady
imagine.
Law? Don't tell me.
No, she was cool, but there were some talents. They called them talents, where like, I mean, I get it. Like, just show up and do your job. Yeah. But like, for instance, like, you know, the interns aren't getting paid to be there, and then the talent is, and they get paid like $200, $300, $400 sometimes to just be there for an hour or two, which is cool. And they wouldn't like necessarily talk to us and stuff like that. So that's the part of the culture that I started seeing the more I was in radio. Okay, Power 98.3. First of all, 1015 didn't hire me, right?
Nope.
Okay, this is what happened. Let me tell you. So the internships were ending and they had gassed me up the whole time. Like, they were saying, you're going to do this and that. And like, I started seeing like other interns get offers and not me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. Like, so I went to Power and I said, let me be an intern here. And for some reason, they thought that, I don't know, they took it the wrong way. They said that they had hired me, but they didn't tell me yet. So basically I had posted a picture from the behind the Power 98.3 billboard thing, and they were so mad at me.
So you were working, you were as an intern at 101.5. You were like, hey, what the fuck is going on? And what's my livelihood? You're like, you know what? I'm gonna go out on my own on these streets. Yeah. So you met up with
the ops.
Yes, you met up with the competition.
Yeah.
Power 98.3, which I also love that you worked there. And then when you posted a picture, 101.3 was like, what the fuck you doing over there?
Yeah, literally.
Damn.
They're like, oh, we were totally gonna hire you.
Damn.
And then they made it into this
buddy.
whole lesson, like, you gotta not burn your bridges, this and that. Like, I'm like, bitch,
Sounds like
I'm
your
sorry.
boss.
Amen.
Yeah, I was not
Amen.
cute.
I burned the bridge and they were standing underneath it.
I hear that. Yeah. The thing about Power though is that they were so hip hop.
Yeah,
so some
I
of
love
the
it.
talents were kind of mean to me.
Oh shit.
Like they were there was one in particular that like when I was in the studio, they would like make fun of me for being gay. Like they would say like little comments here and it would make me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So that's like the only thing that I did like about 101.5. It was more I don't
Inclusive?
know. Yeah, like pop inclusive.
Yeah.
And then hip hop is
More progressive.
So hip hop.
Yeah.
Especially hip hop back then was
during that
very
time,
was
yes.
very 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 different.
Even nowadays, it's a little hard being in, you know.
Who's hard?
Wait, who's hard?
We're not. Are you? Someone's hard here.
Eugene, you got those rhino pills?
You got, yeah, because Matt's senses are tingling.
Eugene's the guy. if you need rhino pills, Eugene's the guy. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding.
Okay, so we left off at Power 98.3, right? You're interning there. Run me through that.
They didn't hire me either.
No. And then you said you went to
Univision.
Ooh.
And it was so funny because I didn't know how to speak Spanish, but I said I did in the interview and I got hired.
Shout out.
You're like, huh?
Shout out.
The lady gave me the interview in English, and then she's like, "Do you speak Spanish?" Sí. Because, I mean, I understood it, you know, but it was, don't put me on air, girl.
Yeah.
And the second
that's
week,
so bad.
they told me, all right, so we have this event on like 27th and Indian School. You need to go on air for like 30 seconds every hour. Dude, I fucked up so bad, like, because I couldn't say shit in Spanish. And then, like, while I was going on air, like, there was high school kids coming out, and the tent was flying away, and it was like,
It was a mess.
My God,
It sounds like a
this is
mess.
so ghetto, like.
I can't even. I'd be so nervous.
Oh my
I was
God.
so fucking-
I'd be
All
so
the
nervous.
variables were against you, Ronnie. No Spanish, no tent. Kids looking at you.
Kids are so
And they were
judgmental.
mean as fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, did y'all bitches
Look at
help
you,
me?
hey, you know,
Like, what is he doing? Is that a DJ?
Yeah.
I'm
What kind
like,
of DJ is that? You're like,
bitch, we all start somewhere, ho.
you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, they were like, you need to say, because they would be like, okay, Ronnie, vamos a salir en vivo y vas a tener que decir los precios en esta la promoción. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know some of those words.
Sí.
They're
Como-
like, it was so bad. They're like, 5, 4, 3, 2, vivo. Where Thomas a kid, and like, oh my God,
He's like, buenos noches, diez, siete, ocho.
Ocho.
Food City, like literally.
You're doing the jingle.
After that, dude, they like were so mean to me.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
That's okay. That radio station. So you know how? Okay, so pop, hip hop,
Mexican.
regional Mexican.
Oh,
So
shit.
like after
Shout out to Paul.
yeah, after I fucked up that shit, dude, like there was a lot of people in that station that like, why is he here? Like he doesn't match the brand. He don't even speak English. And there was times where people were so mean to me. Like that's when I realized the culture in radio can be really snaky and mean. So
that's the reality check that the entertainment industry, like as a kid, you don't obviously you don't see those things, and you grow up like this motherfucker thinking that everything's sunshine and rainbows, right? Because that's all you have is one fucking small ass radio in your goddamn Harry Potter closet, and then it turns out that those people are just they're people.
No.
They're
Yeah.
the same egos and.
Have you ever started to rub a campfire in a closet with just a fucking radio?
I'm dead.
Do you want to know? I came from the trenches, man, so I don't want to hear it.
This motherfucker.
All I had was Lady Law's voice. That is it. You guys tried doing
He
it
was
to
making
that.
he was making love to her voice
Ooh.
frequencies.
Prepubescent child should not be. It should not be going through that. Anyways, I'm sorry.
Here, I'm gonna prescribe you some bitches. Go ahead,
you
on
need
me,
that.
brother.
That's what you need.
That's what you need, anyway.
So, run me through your first day. Like your first day.
It was trash.
Oh, was that your first day?
No, my
tent
first
flying away?
day was we went to some fucking mall and like set up fucking tents and we're there literally all day playing Mexican music. I
Yeah.
felt like I was at a quinceañera
Oh,
the
shit.
whole day. It was rough, not fun.
Was it Desert Sky?
Yeah, Desert Sky.
Because I always saw them there. Always.
Yeah, Desert Sky was one of our prominent spaces. Yeah, with all of our people.
You probably saw this motherfucker
I
there.
probably did.
He was probably being weird as
probably
fuck out there. He was probably the one that was like, what type of DJ is this?
for real.
Imagine. He's like, actually,
You're like,
that's the fucking DJ.
I'm like, damn.
That's what, yeah, that was
fucking
him. That was it. Full
rude.
circle. Full fucking circle. You want to punch him now?
Yeah.
You know? I'm down.
Ronnie's looking at me. I'm like, what the fuck are you looking at?
I'm like, geez, man, give me a break. I can't even talk Spanish. Like,
As someone that doesn't speak Spanish, also, I feel you.
Yeah.
All of my family does.
Yeah.
My mom made an educated wish, which was wrong. She didn't think the world was going in the direction of Spanish.
Okay.
She probably thought it was Chinese. I don't fucking know. In the 90s, who knew? You know? Who fucking knew? It was 50-50. They just rolled the dice and picked which one, you know? It could have very easily been fucking Chinese. I don't know. So she never felt the need to teach us. So it's me and my immediate siblings don't speak Spanish, but my whole family does. Mm-hmm. And what's funny is, I don't know if you know, Ronnie, but like people look at me as like the funny guy, right? You know, I'm looking at you, Eugene. And so in fourth grade, everyone would go, Matt, do you speak Spanish? And because I'm me and I'm so unserious, I would laugh and be like, no, I don't. And no one believed me. So from fourth grade to eighth grade, they all thought I knew Spanish and just was lying about it. So they would talk to me in Spanish, and I would tell them all the time, I don't know what you're saying.
Oh
and they're
my
like,
God.
you're so funny. And it was like a hit to the chest for some people. They were like, you really don't speak Spanish? And I was like, I told you this in fourth grade, bro. I don't know why you guys let this get to your head. So I understand the struggle. Like even my own family sometimes makes fun of me for not being able to understand.
They still speak to you in Spanish?
Yeah. They or they talk about me in Spanish because I don't know. Still,
Yeah.
I'm like,
you can understand
now
words,
now
though,
I
right?
can. Now I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, you bitches. Yeah,
It's all
yeah.
in it's
All right,
it's in
putas.
tone.
I'm
Yeah,
tired of
perras.
this. Yeah, I'm tired of this.
All the bad words.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I learned now. Well, that job made me like learn it. Like I had to because I really wanted to be a star.
Yeah, it kind of put you on the spot. Yeah,
I had to, and I got better over time. I mean, now I definitely speak it way better. It's just like it would be a little challenging for me to have a full blown conversation like I am having with you guys right now in Spanish. Like just like it gets tricky.
I struggle with that too, and
that's his first language.
Spanish is my first language.
Oh, wow.
And the thing that because my mom always questions me as why my Spanish hasn't kept up with my English, and I think it just comes back to, for me, that my vocabulary has expanded so much in English that I find it difficult for me to come back and try to find the direct translation in Spanish, because I just know common street style of Spanish, you know, very much. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's just difficult.
Shout out to Renee out there. Renee, we used to make fun of him because his parents do mumble Spanish.
Oh my
It's a
god!
mumble Spanish.
Where
What
they
is that?
just mumble, like I can never distinguish words.
Oh my god, that's true, right?
Yeah, and we used to always call it mountain Spanish, and he used to get mad at us. We're like, your parents are speaking that mountain Spanish, because it was just very. And then they would argue. Do you remember when they would argue? They'd argue with each other, and I'm like, what is happening?
Was it monotone as well?
Yeah. I swear to God.
Yeah,
Shout out
they
to
were
Renee.
really quiet.
Yeah, shout out to Renee.
I feel like they were talking shit sometimes about me. They're like, "Why you have that faggot in here?"
I'm not gonna lie though, like none of my friends' parents liked me. And Renee's parents specifically, they wave at me now because they still live in the same area. So when I drive by, because my sister lives in the same neighborhood, they wave at me. But I remember all the years that they didn't like me. Because yeah.
Oh my god!
Because I was the bad influence, which
Right.
I wasn't.
Ronnie, any more tea that you want to share with me about the radio world, more to just finish crushing my dreams?
Yeah, they crushed my dreams. Actually, they fuck them hoes.
Yeah.
Even though they asked me to call. It's so funny because like, you know how I got fired?
Yeah.
But now like I'm all on their channels and shit because they want to know my story or whatever. But I still love y'all. I still love y'all.
Okay.
It's okay, baby. I'll get back.
People make mistakes.
Yeah, people make mistakes.
you know
I'm
people
just
make
not
mistakes.
hireable, I guess. Because I've applied.
Yeah.
I've applied.
Again?
And they denied my ass. Like, quick. I'm like, I must be on the system. Like, don't hire me.
Blacklisted. Trust me, as someone who's actually been blacklisted from a company, it's
You've been blacklisted?
yeah.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
From where?
From my other the security job.
Oh,
I got blacklisted. Yeah. So we're not gonna talk about it. I hit somebody with a cart. It's fine.
What?
Oh, wow.
It's okay. He's
Was
fine.
it la puta or what?
Yeah.
All right. Going from intentional accidents, Ronnie, let's take it back to 2012 or somewhere around there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where the unfortunate happened. You know, you were in the middle of an unfortunate car accident. So why don't you bring us there?
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Yeah.
I mind. I'm just kidding.
So you're like,
No,
I'm out.
That shit changed my fucking life. I'm low key upset.
Yeah.
And you know what's so funny?
What's up?
That's okay. So there's this whole drama at this goddamn radio station at the regional Mexican one. So this guy worked there and he thought I wanted his man and he just had it out to get me. So he was like he would make the schedules. So this specific day, the big boss said, no one's going to work today unless they absolutely have to. So that means if the event is associated with money, then okay. I didn't have nothing on my schedule, but that motherfucker put me on the schedule out of spite. So
We
I
love
technically should have never been in that fucking car accident, bitch. But I did. I was going straight at the light. It was green. And I was in a little car. And some lady, like some white lady in a big truck, like didn't see me. And like she crashed. She didn't give me the right away and like crashed into me. And I just remember like my airbags going out and I'm like fell out of the car.
It happens so fast.
It really does.
You think in movies make you think like you're like, you know,
It's
like, but
fucking
no, like that
insane.
shit just like bam happens.
Yeah.
It's scary.
I was like, what the fuck? Is this real right now?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, like I had blood and 3rd-degree burns. My back was all fucked up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was intense.
Was that because how bad was the car accident? Or was that 'cause
My
of the
car
floor?
was fucked. I don't know how the fuck I flew out of my car, but I did. And I think if I didn't, I honestly probably wouldn't be here.
Was it a T-bone? Or
I don't know. That bitch just crashed into me like in the front. So I was going straight and she was like going straight.
Oh,
the
was it a
opposite
head-on
way.
collision?
Yeah, was she
Was
like
she making a
this.
left?
Yeah, she was making a left.
Oh, she was making a left.
Yeah, so it was
and he had the right away.
kind of like this.
Literally.
Yeah.
And then you flew out like out this
Yeah,
way?
I flew out to the right side. It's on 83rd and 83rd and McDowell by the Burger King. I remember
Oy,
landing on
yeah.
the Burger King. Not on the Burger King, but close
Yeah.
there.
So, okay, and again, you don't have to answer. Or I don't even know if you can answer, but like when something like that happens, what do you remember? Like you said, you remember the airbags coming out, but do you remember anything past that point? Do you remember flying out? Do you remember being in the air? Do you have any like conscious thought in that moment?
I really don't.
Yeah.
I just remember the airbags and then like me getting up from the street and seeing my like I just saw my skin white. Like it was like
Yeah.
it was weird, you know. And then like the ambulance came relatively fast and then they took me to the hospital. They tried saying it was my fault, but luckily there was a witness there and he saw the entire thing.
Uh-huh.
Shout out.
So
I always wonder, like, what do I do? Like, what happens? Like, sometimes I've had people almost hit me, and then I'll look at the other car and be like, hey, you saw that? Like,
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're kind of counting on some people to really be there as witnesses because, yeah, some shit's just bang, bang. Yeah.
My mother is still in a suit between both insurances because they're both claiming that no, you did the fault, no, you're at fault and stuff like that.
yeah, that's so fucking annoying.
It's so annoying, especially when there's no like camera footage or
Oh,
anything
yeah.
to go off. It's
Right.
literally even if you're like driving and someone hits you, that other person could go, "Oh, you ran into me," and then now we have to go into standstill because we gotta figure the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
I got
annoying.
fucking lucky.
But let's go back to the accident, Ronnie. What was your first thought when you saw your skin and everything?
Yeah, I was like, I can't believe this is happening to me.
Uh-huh.
Like, there's no fucking way. Like, I honestly didn't feel the pain yet. Like, I
No,
was in
yeah.
fucking
The
shock.
adrenaline,
Yeah.
everything, the shock, yeah.
And then the fucking firefighter comes to my face and like, are those your real eyes? Are those your real? Because I had contacts. I had green contacts. And immediately they thought I was like on drugs. Little did I know that's would be my life later.
Oh my god.
And they tried to blame it on me because it was like an older white woman and then like a little young Mexican. So
Uh-huh.
of course,
Of course.
Yeah.
Especially back then.
yeah,
Yeah. And they the ambulance took you to the hospital and stuff?
yeah. And then I felt amazing. Woo!
Oh, maybe
Yeah,
a
it
little
was so
too
good.
amazing.
They gave me some opioids, so it was fun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it was good.
At the hospital?
Yeah, because I was in major pain. Like it was valid, you know. Like I was fucking like fucked up, and they gave me some pills, and then they gave me a prescription for like 3 months, and I'll just never forget like leaving the hospital, like literally with my arms like coming off and shit. But I felt like, wow,
I feel
everything
good.
is gonna be great.
Yeah.
yeah, like this
And-
overwhelming sensation of that.
And that's okay, and we'll get into it, but that's what those pills do. What what were they prescribing you?
They were oxycodone 10s.
Motherfucker, I don't even know what that means. I don't know what the numbers mean.
Yeah, they was good.
I have some oxycodone. Oxycodone. I have some because what did my doctor? I don't know what my doctor gave me. I took one not too long ago because I hurt my back playing basketball. So
okay,
so I took some, right.
Pushing 40.
Yeah. Okay. All right, bro. I took some, right. And I didn't even think of it because ibuprofen, I'll pop some ibuprofen, and ibuprofen doesn't get me happy, right? Where I took the oxy, right? And I was chilling for a minute, and everyone that passed by me, I was like, hello, I'm all happy. And then I was like, why do I feel like this? And then I looked at the pills, and it was like the 512 or whatever it tells on there. I don't know what that. I don't know the prescription.
You still got them? Cut the cameras out.
Hey, take a break. I'm just kidding. Yeah. So no, but that scares me because they do make you feel good, and if you, and I'm not saying this is you, but people that, and I've dealt with personal. Opioid addiction in my family, actually. Very, very. My mom was a lifelong what would you call them? She had rheumatoid arthritis.
Okay.
So they were always giving her the strongest things they could, and I didn't know it at the time, but there was an addiction to those pills, and she hid it very well. But as I became an adult, I saw that side that, you see it. As a kid, I didn't know what was going on. I was just like, oh, my mom's in a good mood today.
Yeah.
But then as an adult, I started seeing the dependency on it. And unfortunately, my mom, that is what killed my mom.
Yeah.
So it strikes a little bit of a chord because it's something that's a real killer in the United States.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's just rough. It's just rough for people because not everyone wants to be dependent on that stuff. But my mom, like someone that had rheumatoid arthritis, she had to, or at least the justification was that she had to. So I get it. So even it scares me even taking like the oxy that I did. I felt good. Yeah. And I can see how people can get addicted to that because they're strong, and who doesn't want to feel like that? Like you said, like you feel happy, bro. I was waving at everybody. Someone gave me a stanky face, and I was like, have a good one. Because like, who gives a fuck? I feel nice right now.
Exactly.
So run me back to how did you feeling good leaving the hospital lead down that path?
Yeah, I think it was a gradual process because I had it prescribed for 3 months, right? And like within those 3 months, I didn't notice right away, but there's just certain times where I would realize like, damn, like I'm in a really good mood. Like I'm like, it doesn't matter what anybody does. I'm pretty good right now. You know what I'm saying? And then after the 3 months, they stopped my prescription. And that's when I started going through opioid withdrawal, but I didn't realize it.
You didn't know it at the time. Yeah.
And that shit's fucking rough. It's horrible. It's like the worst thing I've ever gone through.
Can you describe it to me?
It feels like, okay, so for me, like one thing that really I hated was the restless legs. So it's like they're electrocuting your legs. I mean, you feel this all day for like 5 days if you don't get your pill. Your legs are killing you. You feel so fucking tired, like the most tired you've ever felt. And like you feel like you can't breathe. And then just your whole body fucking hurts.
Yeah.
And then you just are madly depressed. Like your dopamine level goes so down because for whatever time you were using those pills, your dopamine was up here.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden it goes all the way down. You're so depressed, irritable. You don't want to do anything. And it feels like you're dying. Like it feels like, like you're dying. Like you can't breathe. It's like your skin is like telling you like, let me breathe. It's rough. It was rough. Yeah.
When did you start becoming aware that both of these things were correlated?
Well, it started right, like, so they cut my prescription off, and then I felt like shit for like a few days. And I was with my ex at the time, and his family was actually into pills already. So one time I went to his house and I was like sick and sweating, and his mom like saw me, and she's like, "Oh baby, you going through withdrawal, baby. You going through withdrawal." And she gave me her pill, and within like 20 minutes, like I felt fucking amazing. So like for a couple days, I felt like shit, and then within 20 minutes that day, I felt amazing. So I was like, "Oh, this is the secret of life."
Like, why wouldn't you want to keep doing that?
Yeah, and I was like,
it's-
I got these prescribed a long time ago anyway, so these ain't drugs. I really didn't look at them like drugs.
No.
I just thought they were medicine.
Because that's what they're advertised as.
Yeah.
Like you're not. I mean, nowadays, sure, you want to look at it almost 12 years later. Sure, opioid abuse is very known and it's in the mainstream now. But back then, no. Like you take the doctor's word that these meds are gonna fix you.
Yeah.
And all it was doing was kind of just destroying you.
100%.
Yeah.
They especially like for how young I was.
Yeah,
like,
because that was right out of high school, right?
yeah, like I was so fucking young, and I had a lot of dark shit I was dealing with.
Right.
So like that really just turned down all of the noise. So like how you feel anxiety, or like all those bad feelings just went away.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is my secret to life. This is how I'm gonna get famous. This is how I'm gonna get all the jobs, all the bitches. I'm do everything because this pill makes me feel like Superman.
No, for sure.
And it's not like crack, so it's fine, right? That's what I thought.
That's
Yeah.
that was the thing. Yeah, as long as it's not crack.
And how long did that continue for?
For like 7 years. And
That same mindset?
yeah, for that same mindset, maybe like a year or so.
Uh-huh.
Like where I didn't think there was anything necessarily wrong with what I was doing. But I started noticing when like if I didn't have it, I was a fucking bitch. Like, and I was in pain. So like I was like, wow, like I've turned into a fucking asshole, dude. Like if I don't have these pills, like I'm literally like those guys in the commercial, like those meth commercials that like fucking go in and like fuck up the people's houses for drugs.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is probably not necessarily good. I think a big part of it was that I was able to hide it for like 4 years. Like nobody really
Sheesh.
could tell. But yeah, it started off as a prescription for 3 months, and then my ex's mom gave me the pill while I was withdrawing.
Oh, yeah.
And then from there I connected the dots. Like in order to feel this way again and again, I have to just keep getting these pills. So once my prescription stopped, I just started buying scripts from like random old ladies and other people that I knew had them. But yeah, for at least like 3 or 4 years, like nobody had any idea besides like my ex's family. And my ex thought that I would just do them like on the weekends or something. Like he didn't realize that during the week and every day I was actually using them to do everything.
Nobody knew like the severity of it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And like I said, I mean, my mom, I didn't know for the better half of 20 something years. You know what I'm saying? Like so you can really go under the radar. I actually had an aunt that would abuse like prescription meds, and she was very obvious. She'd walk around the house like all fucked up, all swollen. I don't know what the fuck that was about. It was weird. Yeah.
Swollen?
Yeah. Her eyes used to get swollen. I don't know what it was. Like that's how high she was. I was like, damn, I thought that shit was supposed to cure you. That just make you look worse.
My dad was an alcoholic. Well, he was a lot of things, but the alcoholism was very. I think he was on the verge of alcohol poisoning so many times because he just looked so bloated and almost green.
Oh shit,
And
jaundice.
I don't think brown men should look almost green. You know?
What happens when brown and green mixes, or brown and yellow makes green?
Oh yeah, it's dangerous.
Yep.
But let's go back. You said 4 years under the radar. What happens after that?
So
4 years.
Eventually, like I think one of the points where I remember the most was that like I had lost my job, like, and that was like my dream job, right? Like I told you, radio was like my first love. But it happened because I got stopped by the cops and I didn't have I was speeding, And then he gave me a fucking ticket, Officer Parrot. And
Shout out.
I just said, fuck that shit. I ain't paying that shit. So I just didn't pay it.
Yeah.
And for months, I was driving the company vehicles without a driver's license. And then HR brought it to my attention. She's like, so it looks like you've been driving the company vehicles with a suspended driver's license. So at this time, like all my money, all my time was going to get my pills in order to go to work. So the last thing I was worried about was trying to get the fucking driver's license back.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get it, girl. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get it next week. She's like, do you know how much trouble we could be in if you like get in a car accident with this? And I was like, no. And then eventually just fired me because of it, which I thought was bullshit. And I got more high
Yeah.
to cope with that loss.
Yeah.
And then eventually me and my ex broke up which was a really bad relationship too. It was just full of drugs and physical violence. And
Which fed into the whole thing. It was just like
it was a bad cycle. So like I coped with the pills and I just kept taking more and more and more. Actually, like I remember one time specifically when it got really bad, I think I went to the fair with Eugene and Renee.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Eugene and Renee. I was so fucking high that day at the state fair because like I was going through a heartbreak. I had just broke the lease to my apartment. I didn't have a job.
Yeah.
So I was just like fucking taking handful of fucking pills
Oof.
and like going in the restroom and drinking them. And it just kept getting worse and fucking worse, dude. Like it came to the point where now I don't have a job. So now I can't really like get money.
Yeah.
So like I had to honestly like do things that I didn't like to do. First it started with like me pawning my shit. Like I had a Canon 60D. I pawned it. I pawned all my
60D?
microphones. A 60D.
Sheesh.
Is that still good?
yes.
Yeah, I bought that shit a long time ago, dude. Because I was into YouTube and shit.
60. Okay, so I'm sorry to interrupt the
No, you're
story,
good.
but like when was this? Like what year?
It had to be, like 2014 or something.
That was like one of the best cameras you can get around that
It
time.
was.
Yeah.
It was.
shit.
And I took that shit to the pawn shop because I had no money. And I said, how much you gonna give me for this? They gave me $100.
Ronnie.
I know. And I said, I'll be back.
You said, I bet.
It didn't stop there. I fucking pawned my microphones, my fucking GameCube, even though they gave me like $5 for it. And then I started, honestly, it's so embarrassing to say, but it's just the hard reality is that I would start stealing from my family, like stuff in the house, right? Like, so I fucking pawned all my shit that's expensive. So I pawned TVs, I pawned Apple devices, just to get my fix. And it just got out of control to where my mom started noticing that one, shit started going missing. And two, like I was just suddenly always sick or in a bad fucking mood. I just started pawning all of my good shit and pawning my family shit. And then eventually I had to do other shit to make money to fund my habit. So over time, it became a very vicious cycle. So I would go to work to get high, to go to work, to get high, to go to work, to get high. It was bad.
When you look back on it, in the moment, you don't know what type of like cycle that is until
Because it's just your life.
yeah, it's just what you're doing. You're just surviving.
Yeah.
It's not until you get out of that when you're like, damn, like that the things that I did to survive maybe weren't my favorite.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you have to keep in mind I was like a theater kid. Like I very rarely like smoked weed or drank or did anything. So for me to like fall into like trap houses and shit was crazy.
So Ronnie, you get to a point where you realized, hey, maybe this isn't the best thing that I'm doing. Did you ever try to stop?
Yeah, but it was so hard.
Yeah.
Like it was painful as fuck. Like I would try and then like my body would ache. So I would like reach like maybe a day without it. And then I'd be shitting out of my asshole because like you get really bad diarrhea, sweaty and shit. Like I would try so many times. So for years there were moments where I would like get a week, a couple days, but then I would go back out. So it was like I kept relapsing for sure for a long time.
So there was multiple attempts, as there usually is, right?
Yeah, 100%. a lot of them.
And what are the steps that you took in trying to stop?
So sometimes I would just lock myself in the room and tell my mom I'm going to be sick for a few days, and like just try to fucking raw
Flush
dog
it out,
it.
yeah.
And sometimes I just wouldn't make it, so I would go pick up and instantly feel better. So it was like, how long can I deal with being in physical, mental, and emotional pain for? Like, how long can I do that? But eventually, like, I guess 4 years ago was when I finally was able to do it. And that's because honestly, like, I just kind of was over not having money, putting my life on hold.
Yeah.
And honestly, just fucking up my family, because I really put my mom through some deep shit. Like, she never thought I would touch drugs.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't even believe it at first. So I just reduced my dosage. So I went from the fake street drugs to the pharmaceuticals.
Right.
And then I started smoking weed. And then eventually I just got off everything. And since then, like, I haven't drank or had any type of drug in like over, it's going to be 5 years now.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So I think the big point for me was just getting off the pills, because that's what really just had me like tied up, you know?
No, I actually had a friend. I'm not going to say his name or anything. I don't want to air too much out, but same thing. We out of high school, we were always a tight-knit group. We were smoking together, we were, just hanging out. And unfortunately, he got addicted to pills, and he disappeared for like 3 years. Mm-hmm. And he wouldn't respond to text. We didn't hear of him. And then one day I just saw him at the gym, and we were like, where you been at? And he was just telling us of this whole story, that same thing that you were saying, like it just got a hold of him, and it was bad. So now he stays clear from that stuff. Like, unfortunately, when we go out to like the bars or something, he won't go, because he knows, he says it, like, I can't put myself near that stuff, because I just know if I even have one drink, it's just gonna start that whole cycle again. Mm-hmm. And it's not worth it to him. He lost so much time just going through that. So
do you feel a similar sentiment? Is that why you keep away from those things?
So that has gradually changed. In the beginning of my sobriety, yeah. Like, I'm still fully abstinent. I still don't do anything, just because I've made like so much shit surrounding it, like my identity online. Uh-huh. But my thought on it has evolved to the point where, like, I'm comfortable being around people that drink. I will go to the club here and there. And I also made it a point to stop demonizing like just drugs and alcohol, because at the end of the day, like, I feel like for a point I was like starting to like judge people who drank or smoked weed, right? And that the thing is, there's really nothing wrong with that. I just think like everything in life, you can cope in really bad and unhealthy ways. Yeah. So I don't, like, for me, like, if I go to drink, like, if I ever drink anytime soon, like, I know I won't immediately like get into the drugs, but because I've made WeSoberNow my identity, and so many people do like look up to me in that respect.
Yeah, for sure.
That I just feel like I don't really like alcohol to begin with, so I'm just not going to drink it.
Like, there's no point.
Yeah, like, there's really no point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's a spectrum when it comes to substance use disorder and like people, like the way they get out of that shit. But to anyone who is struggling or who has gone out of it, you're amazing, whether you're in it or you're out of it. That's one thing I'm so passionate about. Like, whenever I hear someone go through something like that and they're able to just get themselves out, it's just so inspiring to me, because I know how that feels, and I know how hard every second of the day is to just get the fuck away from that shit. Yeah. So that's why when I see people struggling on the streets, I do my very best to see them as humans, because at the end of the day, they really are. They're someone's brother, someone's sister who literally just got out of hand, and they're struggling right now, you know what I mean? And all they really do need is help, and sometimes they don't want it, and that's where we have to kind of meet them where they're at. But yeah, it's been I don't even know if I answered that question, but
no, it's rough, but I think I can speak for Angel as well. Just, everything that you said, and I know you know this, but we're just telling you as
Mediocre podcast guys.
as just people to people. Everything that you just said, it applies to you. Like you're doing amazing. And that journey, unfortunately, there's a lot of moments in it that you can look back on and say, like, damn, like I you wish you didn't do those things, but unfortunately those things got you here.
Yeah.
So I just want you to know, and like I said, me and Angel both can agree that, like, you're doing great. Like 5 years is not a joke, man.
It's not.
Eat 5 days. I would applaud you for 5 hours. 5 years, because it's rough. And my last job, I got a really big dose of dealing with addicts. They were smoking, like, I was a security guard.
Yeah.
So I saw day in and day out the addiction of smoking the blues and these people. And like, I talk to these people. Like, I make jokes all the time that I had a truce with the crackheads that like when I'm there they wouldn't steal, and they really wouldn't, because I've actually had addicts come up to me and say, thank you for treating me like a person.
Yeah.
Because everyone else looks at me on the street, they see me smoking these pills, they see me slumped over, and they treat me treat me like trash. And they would actually come up to me, and that was the one part of the job that I took a little bit of pride in, because like you said, these are people that need help. And even if they don't want the help, they still need it. And at the very least, unfortunately, like, I know individually I can't help them. At the very least, I'm gonna treat you like a person.
Yeah,
because
obviously.
I know, So like I said, I get it, and I commend you for that, because it's not easy. It's really not easy to break an addiction and stay sober.
Yeah.
So you're doing great.
Yeah, I appreciate that. No,
For
and
sure.
I appreciate you guys also, like, bringing a lens to people that are experiencing homelessness, because they really, it breaks my heart, because I know how difficult it is. Like, for me, okay, so I think I kind of had like an advantage, because I fucking, like, before I got addicted to pills, like, I had a good job, I went to school, so
You had family, like you had caring family.
I had
yes.
shit that I was able to get back, and not some shit I didn't get back, but some of these people, like, literally that's all they fucking know.
Yeah.
They don't have, like, they never had school, or they never had, like,
They never finished school. They never had jobs. Yeah.
So what the fuck are they gonna, like? Some people say, like, well, what the fuck am I gonna do? Just keep it on the streets?
know.
Exactly.
That's all they know.
That's why it goes hand in hand, because they don't know that it's so much more difficult for them to get out of it.
Yeah, and especially right now with, like, the fucking economy and, like, how everything's so shitty. Like, I tell them, like, they reach out to me, I'm like, bitch, I don't blame you for getting high. Like, I hope that you're doing it safely and, like, testing your shit, but, like, I don't look at you any different, because I mean,
everyone's got their vices.
Everyone does have their vices, and
mine happens to be bad bitches.
Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding.
mine too, dog. You know,
just
mine's
kidding.
fucking bad bitches. That's what I used to do.
Yeah. But everyone has something, And
Yeah.
I actually seen something, like, there was a statement that I felt like was very scary but very real, where it says, you're closer to being homeless than you are to being a millionaire.
Yeah.
Like, all it takes is a couple of missteps and you could legit be homeless.
Dude, 100%.
And especially like for me, like, I've gone through, like, eviction notices at my place, and I have very strong support systems, but not everyone has that.
Yeah.
So yes, if I lost my apartment right now, my dad would be there, my sister would be there, but not everyone has those people.
Yeah.
And then you add addiction to the mix, where you're not thinking clearly or you're doing things selfish. It's just a whole tornado of bad. And, like, those, like I said, at the end of the day, those people need help.
That's so true, though.
Yeah.
Like what you just said.
Yeah.
Like literally right now, like, anyone can become homeless within a few weeks. Like, everything is so fucking expensive. And, like, you're right, some people don't have that support. Like, if I, like, lose my job and, like, I lose my housing, like, I know my mom and my cousin or my brother, like, will lend me a hand. But some of these people, like, literally a few of these people that I've spoken to that are experiencing, like, being homeless, like, they aren't even using substances. It's just like, dude, I lost my fucking job and I'm out here. Like, I'm just trying to find a job, but I can't get a job because I don't have housing.
Can't keep a job. Yeah.
It's a vicious cycle.
I met a few people like that, where they weren't even addicted to drugs. They just were down on their luck, or some of them had mental issues that they were dealing with. And like I said, I sympathize with them, because I never look down on those types of people, because that could be me so quick.
100%.
And it's scary. It's scary how quick that shit can just change.
Ronny, let me ask you. This conversation that we're having, is that why you choose to share your story, or what led you down? Because it's very different from you not overcoming addiction, but then going out of your way to talk about it. That's a very vulnerable state that you also have to get to. You know, so like walk me through what got you to want to advocate for this whole world that, like, unfortunately we have spoken. It looks it's just like swiped away. You know, we have a prejudice for one way or another, you know, whether it's culture, media, or something. What makes you want to shine that light on it?
I honestly think it's because I think the world as a whole has a lot of work to do when it comes to like mental health and like people experiencing homelessness, right? But then I also think about the Hispanic community. I think our culture struggles to ask for help. I think our culture struggles to have access to help, to go to rehab or go get help with a hospital. Some of our people have struggles with language. So there's like these limits that they get when they want to reach out for help, right? So like being in that addiction and seeing people from all over like the world and different colors, like addiction doesn't look the same for everyone. Made me like really realize like maybe that's why I fucking went through like the radio shit and like being in front of people and like getting comfortable like that, because once I posted one TikTok, like just because before I did like my addiction TikTok, I did dances and shit, but I posted one about my addiction and it blew the fuck up.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like this comes easy to me, like creating, but like with a message.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm really passionate about it, because I feel like I'm doing something that's so fun for me, but at the same time,
So real for others.
it's so real for others. And lately I've been able to be a part of the Hispanic community in that way. And that's really special to me, because I see some people that are from, you know, they're maybe undocumented and they're probably worse off than someone who is documented in terms of getting help.
I want to go back to something you said. More along the lines of there is no cookie cutter way of someone that has addiction or someone who is suffering from them, and I think that's a very important message that is not talked about enough. Like it looks different for each person, and just because it doesn't look how we imagine doesn't make it wrong, or it doesn't qualify for it. Just because someone isn't directly suffering in the way that we either think they should or something like that doesn't take away anything from it. You know what I mean?
That's real. Yeah. Real shit. Like, and I think that goes along with recovery or sobriety too. Like, we're all so fucking different. We can't expect something to look the same for everybody. Like if, let's say for me, right? Like if I got sober and I'm choosing to be fully abstinent, doesn't mean that my friend who struggled with pills has to be fully abstinent. Like he could just not do the pills, smoke weed and drink, you know, like,
and that could be enough for
them.
them.
And that should be enough for him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how that looks like for him, but for me, like I do embrace a full abstinence. And I think that's so important to share. Like, just because someone recovers or gets sober a certain way doesn't mean that everybody has to fit that mold, because we're all so fucking different.
And it's not a one size fits all. And I think that's the problem with society. And we've discussed this before, is that we discussed this with our morality talk last week, that like it's always a case by case basis, but society doesn't play it like it's too much work. No one wants to put in that work to sit here and say, okay, well, this is how Ronny does it, but this isn't how Joe does it.
Yeah,
it's a lot of people, even like former addicts, will look at it and say, I did it this way, you need to do it this way. There's no way you can smoke weed, but I have to be completely abstinent. Yeah, it's just so different.
Yeah.
On the talk of recovery, Ronny, what did that look like for you? Give me, if you don't mind, a little bit more specifics, just because we don't know, and if anyone's listening, if they're thinking about it, maybe they're scared, maybe what it looks like. And even someone like me that's never gone through it, I'm just more or less curious to know that side of your story.
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing like that, because I've been sober now for 5 years basically, and I've tried for a long time. I think the biggest thing was just being honest with myself in terms of like, okay, do I want to do this? And if I do, like, I have to just do it like now. Like, there's no perfect time to stop. It's just now. And also like embracing asking for help, being patient with myself too, because like fentanyl was a crazy drug to come off of. It's not something that I could just come off of fast and fun.
Yeah.
So I had to realize that, and just learning to be a part of a community was the biggest thing. And I think it's so cheesy, but I think TikTok was a big part of that for me to stay sober too, because like I started posting shit and I got a lot of views, and I'm like, fuck, now I really gotta stay sober.
Now you have now you have a purpose.
Yeah, because all these bitches think that, you know.
But that goes to, that's a testament to like you and your resilience, because some people look at that shit and go, oh shit, I'm popular, but like fuck it, they ain't gonna know. Who's gonna know?
Yeah, exactly.
You can hide behind the screen and pretend.
Yeah, right.
And it's you know, and it's the fact that you're not, because you've taken the positive road of looking at it and saying, you know what, I'm trying to back up my talk with my actions.
Yeah,
So-
for sure.
Just like how I asked about your whole radio era, what is one of the more memorable moments of this whole not even just the recovery, but even the addiction era, both like in the good side and the bad side?
Oh, I think like the most memorable would just kind of encompass the fact that I was able to like have my mom's trust back, move out, have a nice job, and just like pick up the pieces to like my broken dreams. I know it's cheesy, but it's true. Like now, I'm getting flown out to do content and shit like that. I'm getting paid to do it.
That's tight.
And that's stuff that while I was in my addiction, I was like, I know I could do that. But bitch, I can't go high. Like you know?
you maybe could have, years ago, but you realize that like how much it just takes away from you.
Yeah, and it was just not, it was not good. So I think like one of the best moments is just realizing like you can literally, I know I'm so fucking cheesy, y'all.
Nah,
but bitch,
fine.
you can literally go through anything, ho, and you could just like fucking pick up your shit and just go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
and,
you can.
and elevate. And I think that's been the biggest thing for me is like, I was at the fucking trap house on fucking 99th and McDowell, around that area with a pill, a fucking blue 30, no money, like nothing, right?
Yeah.
And then now I just see myself like in my own place with my dogs and my husband and like my mom coming over.
Yeah.
My mom, like I'm helping my mom. Like I would steal from my mom. You know what I mean? Like she could have her purse around me.
Yeah.
So it's dope now, you know?
Do you and your mom have a close relationship?
Now we do.
Now you do?
Now we do. She actually, so recently we did the first fentanyl forum in Spanish together.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And that's probably one of the coolest things because we both were on a forum together in Spanish, and it was just so cool to hear her side of the story.
Yeah.
And know that she's now helping, moms and parents that don't speak English on how to go about, receiving their child going through substance use. So I think that's helped out our relationship too.
No, shout out to your mom too, because like I said, it's rough, and it's one of those unfortunate things, but like someone has to do it, and your mom doesn't have to, but because she's willing to, that just goes a long way, because that's gonna help. Her experiences and your experiences are both helping other people going through those same things.
Yeah, that's what I have to remind her of, because at first, like, she would hate when I would go on Univision and tell all my tea. She would call me, ya estás de pinche dramático en la tele otra vez. Acuérdate que me da vergüenza. I'm like, Mom, like, you're missing the point. Like, we're supposed to help people. She's like, tú nomás quieres andar de estrellita. I'm like, yes, girl, you're right. I do. But it's with a purpose now, girl.
Yeah.
So it's been cool to watch her, like, now do it with me and spill her tea on the fucking Univision shit. So it's been cool.
So what is that like? In some essence, your previous employer,
I know.
Now you're going on there and you're the center focus. You're not 30 seconds promo Ronnie anymore. No, you are we're going to talk about you. We're going to share your story. We're going to post it online. You're going to be the cover picture and everything. What does that feel like now?
Yeah, I always think about that. Like, especially the last time I went, like a few months ago, I was like, this is so fucking weird because I was driving. It was like 5 a.m. because it was for the morning show.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's so weird because I remember the last time I actually stepped foot into the studio. Like, I remember driving, but like high and like getting my pills ready. And now I'm like going back, but I'm talking about not getting high.
It's such like a parallel.
Yeah, it's so fucking weird. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Y'all bitches fired me though. It's okay, baby. It's okay. Y'all need some fucking content.
Yeah, y'all need content.
I'll be there for y'all. It's okay.
Good.
No, but I like it and I appreciate them spreading that message specifically because I know Hispanics watch TV and I know they listen to the radio. Like I know they do that.
This guy.
It's no.
Yeah, I know you listen to the radio.
This guy in his Harry Potter closet.
In the garage. I know you was listening.
He's still in there with his little radio, his ham radio. He cranks it and he's like 103, 101.5.
It's like, it ain't Lady Law, it's me.
Lady Law, please.
Yeah, dude, the morning mess, I would not fucking miss it for a heartbeat.
I used to listen to, who was his name? John Jay and
John
Rich.
Jay
and Rich?
Yeah. I don't know.
We didn't like them.
Who was the other one? Kid and Ruben?
I don't know.
I don't know about that one.
Kid and Ruben in the morning or some shit it was
Nah.
called? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know about that one.
I
But the
don't know.
morning mess was my Joey boy, Lady Law, and that other. Was it you? Were you the other person?
Oh, no,
Shit.
no.
He's all fucking shit. He's like, that other
No, that motherfucker took my spot. I was supposed to be there.
You want to know,
shit.
Ronnie? We just miss each other because I started listening to the radio like 2013, like 101.5.
Yeah.
So if I would have just started a little bit earlier, I'm pretty sure, like right now, you would start bringing back memories even more.
That's crazy.
What are you talking about? You were making fun of him at Desert Sky Mall.
Yeah. You was like, that's the DJ.
That's
boy.
the damn DJ.
That's why now I don't like when people call me DJ because now I do like sober events and I bring the radio, the music and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, please don't call me a DJ.
Please, I'm not a DJ.
traumatized.
I'm not a DJ,
Don't.
actually.
That's why you stray away from tents too, right?
Yeah, for sure. I'm like, I just get on the mic and play music, girl. Don't take it seriously.
Yeah. We actually had a tent in here, ladies and gentlemen, and he requested it was gone. No
take
tent.
off.
Anti-tent.
No tents.
No tent.
Please. No high schoolers either.
No high school.
Oh, shit. Okay. Angel, get out there.
Angel has to stay outside for the entire. I'm outside with the radio.
They're so mean.
Make him wait in his car with the radio.
All right, Ronnie. Apart from your story, what are some of the most impactful stories that you've maybe not only witnessed, but that you've heard of about being in this community, in this culture that you might want to highlight?
So some of the coolest shit that I've been able to see within the community is people get their kids back, people get housing back,
Oh, yeah.
people become entrepreneurs, like people just pick themselves up and just skyrocket. And I think that's the most inspiring shit because I love seeing that. Like I remember, so this was weird thing. This lady reached out to me on TikTok years ago. And on my birthday, I didn't know it was on my birthday, but she got sober because she watched my video.
Damn.
And then,
Damn.
so she's sober every time on my birthday. And then every time on my birthday, she tells me like, I got my kid back.
Yeah.
We're living here. And it's just like those stories that like remind me like, dude, just keep posting shit. Whether it gets like 0 views or you get mean comments here and there, like at the end of the day, all that matters is that one person that like it resonates with. Because like if I could just shake my ass and talk about sobriety on a video and someone wants to do something better for themselves, like that's what I like. So.
And how does that make you feel? Because we get like a very, I feel bad even comparing it, but like we sometimes get some of those messages be like, oh my God, thank you. Because we help people get through the days, or like we make their work weeks even like just more entertaining and stuff. So how does that make you feel when you truly, like a TikTok of yours has helped propel someone's life in the most positive way ever?
I really feel, again, cheesy girl, I really feel like the universe is utilizing me as a vehicle to like fight some type of dark shit. Like I really do. Like that's what I feel, like a higher power or something's doing that. Because I really do think that like you guys, right? People reach out to you and say like, dude, I really enjoyed your conversation. Like sometimes people really just need someone else to kind of like say what they're needing to say, and they feel seen, and that's the power of these type of things. You know what I mean? Like you don't realize like what you do sometimes, but people really be listening.
No, that's good, because in my personal opinion, everyone who's listened to our podcast gets worse. Like we don't upload, we don't uplift anyone.
I think you making them get on drugs.
I know, yeah. We're making everyone's life worse.
But it's a cycle though, because we worsen them, and then they go to you.
And then they go to you. So, and then you refer them back to us.
Hey, I think we have a good business stuff going on.
Yeah,
here.
you know, no, I get it. Like I said, we on a small scale, we have had people reach out to us saying we had people. Who was it? Someone from like Australia was like, I listen to you guys every week. Yep. And we were like, what the fuck? Like that, just the randomest person on the internet telling us that we brighten up their day for a couple of hours a day or a week, a couple hours a week. That's crazy.
I was on a high for a week for that comment alone. So I just can't imagine you're actually out here changing lives. Yeah. Maybe that's your drug. Maybe
maybe that's hitting the dopamine.
That do hit the dopamine, you know what I'm saying? Plus food.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But I think that's cool. I think you guys like really embrace that, because I don't know. I for me, like sometimes I don't think about like how much 100 views are or 200, or like if you actually start like envisioning the people that are actually watching, it's a ton of people. And there's people that really don't like actually reach out to you. Like they just watch you. You know what I mean? So there's actual people behind. It's just so, and I just love this shit so much. Like I just think it's so dope that like we can literally just make content, and people from all over the world have the opportunity to be a part of it. Yeah. And we don't even know the half of it. You know what I mean?
We don't know. I think one of the saddest things about this is that I can never see their reaction. You know, I can only see if they choose to comment or reach out. But like, how great would it be if you can see someone's initial reaction to something that you're doing? I think that's I mean, it comes with what we're doing, you know, at least we can do that. But when I think about it, I'm like, damn.
Because you specifically just told us a story that you changed someone's life. Like even that one person's life that you changed is already more than you were ever supposed to do.
Yeah, my life's just full of full circle moments. Because actually, when I was in it, I would go on YouTube and look up my addiction story. Yeah. And I would be like, I remember like withdrawing on my phone, just watching it. I'm like, damn, I want to be like that girl. Like, how the fuck did you get sober, bitch? Like, how? So it's funny that like now I'm on the other side, and like they message me and tell me, I'm like, bitch, I really do know what you're talking about, because that was me. I would wish that I could be sober. So it's cool for sure.
No, I get it. And we're not quite there yet. Like I said, we've brightened up some people's weeks.
That's all that matters.
We need more people who are in really bad situations to look for us for good.
Well, I got a lot of them coming your way once this TikTok gets posted.
Shit.
We'll get a lot of the people that need help.
We're gonna clip this specifically.
Yeah, this is for y'all out here.
For everybody withdrawing, come to us.
Come to us. We got you.
All of the mentally daddy issue filled women.
Oh, please, come
like
this way.
me. You'll get a lot of those.
Yeah, come this way. We have daddy issues as well. We can bond.
We do. We have plenty of
daddy
trauma
issues
bond.
too.
Oh my god!
Hey,
See,
trauma bond.
trauma bond,
Shout out
dude.
to the daddy issue people.
Yeah, shout out to my dad. My dad actually watches this now. Shout out to my dad. I don't mean to air out too much stuff. There are some things that I've said that I'm like, I wonder if my dad's gonna see this. But my dad actually messaged me, and he watched. So when me and Angel first got started with interviews, we actually interviewed each other. For the content.
That was after
our first one, but we
just to get some reps in.
Yeah,
you know?
we did each other, right? And my dad watched all of Angels, and then he messaged me and was like, "Son, I can't find your episode. Can I watch it?" And I sent him the link.
It's the one before it, Dad.
Yeah, and then he watched it. He just watched it immediately, and he's like, "Such a good episode." This avenue has opened up slightly a different lane for me and my dad to connect.
That's amazing.
It's crazy, yeah, because me and my dad have had, well, on my end, I have had some things going on with my dad that now as an adult we can kind of explore, and he gets to see an insight of like who I am, you know?
That's super cool. So what is one of your guys' moments throughout this process that you guys like felt something like that? Like, oh my God, that was dope. Or like,
You go first.
We get a question
Yeah,
now.
yeah. We don't usually get questions like that. You go first.
I think the Australia moment has to be one of them because it only highlights that. I think the power of like short form content, like our shorts and everything, they catch such a wide net that we have people from Canada, people in the UK, and people from Australia that are watching us. To what degree we don't know because it only shows a small percentage, but that's very gratifying because that chart in our analytics stays consistent, and it's just. Apart from like milestones of like having a video naturally hit 10K or having like a short hit 10K or things like that or subscribers, those are the gratifying moments. Or when people that I have not talked to for years directly reach out to me and saying that they're loving the content and that they believe in what I'm doing and they can see something building. And sure, maybe it's not. I don't want to be like just brush it off, be like, oh, they're just saying it just to say it. But like, that is one of my favorite things to come out of this. Apart from doing, I don't think I've shared this to you, Ronnie, but like this has been a dream of mine since I was 8 years old.
That's
Making
awesome.
content day in and day out has been my dream, and it's such a shame that I don't get to just do this. I hate my actual work, so I think at the bare minimum, just doing this is more than enough. Like if you ever asked me if we were ever to have this set up, if I were ever to get to talk to you in real life
In 4K?
in
Yeah. In 4K. Shout out to Luis.
shout out to Luis. I that has to be one of my favorite. I can talk about this for hours, and believe me, I do. What about you, Matt?
The most gratifying moment from this? Roddy, I hate to say it, but we made a Christmas song.
oh my God.
We made a Christmas song.
What?
And I have always. That's.
Do you want to hear it, Ronnie?
I
No,
do.
please.
Let's play it.
That before he plays it, that has been. I am not musically talented
At all.
but just at all. But just like everyone here, music has been such an important part of my life that I wish I could have been a rapper. I wish I would have put more time into music so that I can hear myself blaring through people's speakers.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that Angel, and I hate to give this motherfucker credit, but without him, I would not have been able to fulfill some dreams. And
That's dope.
Just through Angel and his connections and friendships and stuff, we actually, and then just this podcast, we actually made a Christmas song.
I love that, dude.
Do you want to hear it?
I do.
Do you want to hear it?
No,
Okay.
just play a little piece of it, please. Just play a little piece of it. Here's our Christmas song.
It's an exclusive.
Yeah. The production is amazing. You know, it's not janky.
No, high quality. I love it. Okay.
Season's cold, already know what you're thinking of. No, ho, ho. It's you and me. I still believe we can make it past New Year's Eve. See the couples all the time. All I think about.
Can you guess who's who?
Christmas lights shining bright, just like those ocean eyes.
Hey.
Christmas time, you and
Okay, vocals.
It's a banger.
It is.
You ready?
Christmas with you, you're like a dream that's come true.
Oh, how cute.
Only wish you knew.
So that's our Christmas. We
a
made a
banger.
Christmas song.
We made a
That's
Christmas
amazing.
song.
We also made a music video that we're not showing you, unfortunately.
You didn't look at it,
I
but
am.
Jesus
I
Christ.
totally am.
Jesus.
That's so amazing, dude.
No, but the synopsis that we got from that song, that it was surprisingly high production,
Right.
and that's really only because of the talents of our producer friend.
Shout out, Paul.
And
It was catchy.
it was catchy.
Yeah.
It was catchy.
My family was seeing it.
I bet.
all the time. All the time. They were just like, Christmas with you.
I love that,
So
dude.
and the whole point was like, we were trying to do the Mariah Carey thing where we're trying to make a Christmas song that'll be played every year.
I love that. That's fucking dope.
And we're not musically inclined at all, but it was something like that was a high point for me because, like I said, I had people like sending me snaps of them playing it during Christmas time, just playing it in their fucking car on their way to work. That's crazy to me. Like that's insane to me.
Can I
Like-
make a dance to it on TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, please do.
Oh my God.
Oh my
please
god,
do.
I'm gonna have to do that. That's
use
fucking
it,
awesome,
fuck it,
dude.
Use
Please
it. I
do.
don't care. Use it. But yeah, that's
Make a choreograph and then we'll do one.
Yeah,
with
we'll
it.
react to it.
We'll stitch it.
we'll stitch it. Yeah, we'll stitch it. And we'll just.
That is so
You know?
fucking cool. I'm jealous.
So that's definitely got to be one of the high points for me, for sure.
That's awesome.
I forgot we did that. It's been
I try to forget. I try to forget every day.
No, Roddy, I just
That's special.
if you go on your free time and watch the music video,
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
I was so drunk.
It was
I had to be drunk or else I couldn't be comfortable.
oh my god, that whole experience was just out of this world.
We have a plan, and we've talked about this so many times. We're gonna remaster that music video.
Wow.
Roddy,
okay.
you're more than welcome to join.
You're more than
for-
welcome to join.
Please.
Eugene's in there.
Let me be a video vixen.
Yeah, Eugene's
Yeah,
in there.
you'll
Eugene's
have some cameos in there. We're making friends along the way.
Yeah. We want everyone to be in
Yeah,
it.
it's gonna be Christmas with us this
Oh,
year.
Christmas,
dope.
there's a remix.
Okay.
We're working on it.
That's what's up. I love that, dude.
All right, Ronnie. Follow-up question. Let me bring it back to the bit more serious things, okay? Let's say that for some reason you got the chance to speak to any version of your younger self. What version of that self would it be, and what would you tell him?
Oh my god. I think I would talk to the 13-year-old me. Because that's probably like one of the really, really dark times, because I was coming to terms with being gay, and that was really hard for me to accept. Like, I would cry and ask God to please fucking change me. And I had thoughts of doing bad stuff to myself so that I didn't breathe the next day. So it was a really dark time, and I wish I could just go back and tell myself dude, you're good. The things that make you now are what is going to elevate you later. And people don't get you now. Some people won't get you along the way, but that's that thing that's going to continue to open doors for you and make things just a little bit better. I just wish I could go hug my 13-year-old self, be like, baby, it's okay to be gay. It's okay, baby. You put on that dress.
It was just a different time back then.
It's crazy, huh?
It was a different time back then. I do have some personal friends who just were going through the same thing, and they had to kind of hide themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And it's unfortunate because they're thriving now because they get to be who they want to be. And yeah, it's tough, especially at that age, 13, 14, even as young as 9, 10.
Those developing years, man.
You take those to heart. You think something's wrong with you, and there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing absolutely wrong with you, but society made you feel like there was.
Yeah.
What about you, Matt? What would you tell your younger self?
What am I telling my younger self?
Mm-hmm.
I would just prescribe him some bitches. No, just
Okay,
kidding.
that's a
Nah,
good one.
Just kidding. My younger self, I don't know, man. I my younger self was, I don't know. I don't think I have anything. There are things I would love to tell myself, right? But those are things those have to do with the mistakes that I made in terms of time.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I had all the time in the world when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, I thought I had so much time.
Well, you did in some degree.
But not really.
Yeah.
I thought I had all the time to just do nothing and then do something. And then it turns out I did nothing for too long. And now I'm just trying to play catch up. So I think it was just cherish that time that you have with anything.
Yeah.
Because everything that I loved back then ended. And I didn't know it was going to end. Everything comes to an end. Everything good comes to an end. Everything bad comes to an end. And I just didn't know that.
Lady Law.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out if you're out there. Is
Shout
she
out
still on the
later.
radio?
I think so. I think she's definitely still doing something. I see her on my Facebook.
Oh,
Ronnie,
shit.
you're my way in, man.
Don't worry. I'll literally direct message her and say, shout out. Here's the link, boo.
Hey, if we can get her on here,
Just click
Not-
that
not-
episode of talking about
Angel
her.
just would be just looking at her the whole time. He'd just be like,
I'd be like,
I gotta go to my closet real quick. I'll be back.
I still bring the radio.
He has the radio. He's like, his little ham radio. Motherfucker. What would you tell your younger self?
Huh?
Your younger self.
To continue to listen to Lady Law. Are you kidding me? As much as I
I
can.
hate this motherfucker.
No, I would tell my younger self to continue
like Ronnie said, continue being a kid for as long as I can, and even if the world tries to change you, do not let it, because I think society likes to make people grow up, and I think it can be in the worst ways possible. Like, we trade in the innocence for a 9 to 5. We trade in the curiosity in the world to just follow and do as we're told. And that is something that in my, like me coming to my adult age, even though I am just 22,
He's a baby.
Damn.
He's a baby.
I try to remind myself that it is okay for me to be who I am in a world that is trying so hard for me to be what they want it to be. And I would just tell my younger self that, because it'd be maybe a little easier lesson to learn along the way, you know? And I don't have to drill it now. Maybe that's a little bit of the synopsis that you're getting at from telling your younger self, you know?
That's so cool. You have a lot of self-awareness. That's badass. I wish I could have that self-awareness when I was 22.
I wish if I could, I'd sacrifice this motherfucker right now and take his youth. If I'm just saying, if I could,
Let
I'd
me
say,
have a few.
I'd say, hey, take me back to 22, bro.
Shit.
Things would be so different.
For real.
All right.
I'm ready.
Ronnie, Adriel has just one more question for you. Where do you go from now?
Good question.
Now that we've talked about relatively your entire journey, from humble beginnings to a kid with a dream, to a kid who started the dream, to a kid who took a detour, and now you're back at an even bigger stage than you ever could have imagined. Or maybe not imagined, but ever were. Where do you go from now?
I think now my goals are to just, honestly, my biggest goal now is to make content creation a full-time sustainable thing. Like, I just want to like you said, I want to wake up and just make content. Like, I want to be able to do that. And I think I'll reach it with time. I think I have moments where I like become very consistent and like produce pretty good shit, and I've shown myself that I can literally go from nothing to something. So it's not a dream really. It's more so of like trying to make a plan and just going no matter what. Cause sometimes I get in my head. Sometimes when I put on those wigs, I'm like, I just know some of these bitches talking shit. Yeah. But I'm like, who the fuck cares, bitch? Like, really, like, who cares? Like, you are like doing some good shit. You're having fun. You're doing cool shit because of it. Like, who cares if someone is like saying bad stuff? Or it's just the voices in my head sometimes do like make me not get inspired, and that's what I like want to like just fucking tackle.
Ronnie, I don't know if that's something that one ever goes away. I think it's like the creative curse. Yeah, because we have it on a week-to-week basis, and I think the only good thing, I think the reason why we work so well is because whenever Matt's doubting anything that we're doing or where we're going or the video that we just recorded, I'm usually the one to back him up, and vice versa.
That's awesome.
You know, and if I could give any suggestion, just talk to people about it. You know, make it aware that it is something you're doing. That way people can back you out on some things. I feel like as though that really, really helps out.
Message us. Like, you know, like I'm being real. Like, you don't understand. We have the luxury. You're doing this stuff by yourself. We have the luxury of having two. We have yet to encounter both of us doubting this at the same time. Anytime that I have a doubt, he's there. Anytime he has a doubt, I'm there. And it's nice because it's that support system that keeps you going with this stuff. Because like you said, like fuck the bad comments. Like, you know, people are gonna say something. We're in a day and age where people they might not even believe the shit that they're talking. They just want the likes. They just want the meme. Yeah. It makes me laugh so much because we posted a short. We posted a fake short, right?
Oh my god!
No, not a fake short, but we posted a mock short. An exaggeration. We were making fun of a already known podcast where they do like the, oh my god, have you heard of this, right? And we just literally didn't say nothing in the short. We were just playing off that. And someone commented, and I took a screenshot. Someone commented and goes, "I'll never get that minute back of my life back unless I kill someone, unless I kill one of them." And then someone goes, "Kill the one on top," and it was Angel.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you didn't see that comment?
No.
Someone was like, someone literally put, "I'll never get this time back unless I kill someone," and then someone commented, goes, "Kill the one on top," and I looked straight at the video and it was him. I was like, yeah, kill him. But like you said, we experience a lot of the hate as well. So I can only imagine how it is for you to have such a bigger following, and you know, so many people out of that following probably are just, you're getting views off of haters alone, you know, just because people want to comment on stuff. And like we said, bad comments, everyone wants to be the top comment, everyone's addicted to likes, everyone wants to be the meme. It's a part of the game. But when it goes back to the content creation, we're in the same boat as you. Like, you don't understand. I'm at work all day thinking about what type of videos we can do. Like, and I'm sitting here looking at all these people at work who are taking this shit serious. And it's not that I'm not. Like, I'm here, but we have aspirations so much bigger than that. Like, I sit here and go, okay, wait till y'all are stuck here, and I'm at home making videos the way I want to do things. You know,
That's so real.
so we get it. Like, coming from that aspiring content creation lane, we get it. So with that, Ronnie, I just have one last question. What is the last message that you have for the viewers? What's one thing you want to just tell them? Anything.
Dude, I want to tell you that you're fucking awesome, and whatever dream or aspiration or initiative that you have, no matter how big or small it is, like, just fucking do it. You just gotta fucking do it. And just believe in yourself. I know I'm so cheesy, bitch, but I'm telling you, like, former pillhead hoe, like, if my little prissy ass can get off fentanyl, baby, you can do whatever the fuck you want, okay? That's all I gotta say to your ass.
Amen to that.
Hell
I guarantee you, Ronnie, that at least one person is going to take what you just said to heart.
Yeah.
Guarantee it.
Yeah.
But with that, thank you for a great interview. I think it's probably one of the best ones that we've had. You've been a great guest. One last thing, could you let our people know where they can find you and what exactly you're doing?
Yeah, y'all can find me on Van Buren. I'm just kidding. You can find everything Ronny Morales, RONNYMORALES, TikTok. That's my main shit. I'm gonna start doing the YouTube thing.
Hell yeah.
And then Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Basically right now I'm doing recovery content and skits and putting on wigs and having fun. So if you're into that shit, hit me up.
Hell yeah.
All right. Anything else left to say, Matt?
No, like I said, like he said, thank you so much. We appreciate it. You have been someone that we've wanted to just have a conversation with
Yeah.
for so long. I'm not even like, we're not even lying.
Why? Because I'm hot in a wig or what?
Yeah.
Okay, exactly.
That
I
wig.
knew
All of a
it.
sudden, I was like, wait, that's Ronnie?
I fucking
No, I'm just
know
kidding.
it. I know it, bitch.
I was actually kind of upset when you walked in and it wasn't
Yeah,
there.
you didn't have your wig. I was
I should have put it on the contract that the wig was.
No, but we appreciate the time that you've given us. Thank you so much for just being a great guest. Like I said, this is something that we've wanted to do for a minute because we do believe in that journey that you're on, like the awareness. And just like I said, I want to just show you a little bit of, I want to give you your flowers for your recovery. I'm sure you hear it, but I just want to, like, face to face tell you that it's actually inspiring and it's really great. So thank you for just giving us that opportunity to conversate with you.
No, I will say this was so fun. Super, super cool. If you guys ever want to collaborate later again, I'm totally down.
We're down.
And shout out to all the people that listen and watch you. You guys are really awesome, dude. I love the setup. I love your dynamic.
Thank you.
And
It's gonna make me cry.
I'm already crying. I'm already crying.
super
I'm gonna be
dope.
crying. No lady law needed for this one. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Sorry, lady law. It's okay.
She can't. She'll never be you. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ronnie. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I got a brand new spirit speaking and it's done. Woke up on the side of the bed like I won. Talk like the wind in my chest to that sun. G5 in the US to Taiwan. Now who can say that? I want to play back. Mama knew I was a...
Coffee? No, I'm just kidding. Where's my coffee?
That was fun, huh?
No.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, fuck. I thought I was going to sleep over. Shit.
Angel, go listen to your radio now.
No, thank you guys. This was so fun.